In this video, I'm going to show you how to play a tune called Tap Dance. Tap Dance is the only Irish jig I ever wrote, but it's by far my most popular video on YouTube. It's played almost entirely by tapping with the fingertips with both hands over the neck. It looks hard, and it is, but it's not as hard as it looks. I'm going to show you all the individual parts, most of which are very easy. I'll go over the right and left hand parts separately, then I'll show you how to put them together. That's the cool part. But before we can start, you have to retune your guitar to D, A, D, G, D, E. The low E gets tuned down to a D, and the B string gets tuned up to a D. Once you have your guitar tuned, we can get started. The intro to Tap Dance couldn't be easier. All you do is strum the 3 lower strings while tapping the middle D string at the 7th fret. That's all there is to it. If you want to give it a more authentic Celtic flavor, you can tap at the 6th fret and slide up to the 7th. And that'll give it more of a droning bagpipe effect. But that's all there is to the intro. There are 5 distinct tapping sections in Tap Dance. I'm going to show you all of the left-hand parts first. That'll be easy because it's just 4 notes. You only need to play the middle 2 strings, the D and the G, and only at the 7th fret. So here are the 4 notes. First, you tap on D7 and pull off. That's the first 2 notes. Then you tap on G7 and pull off. Those are the second 2 notes. The idea is to repeat those 4 notes over and over again without interruption as fast as you can. This will take practice. You want to train your hand to do it automatically. You want to be able to have a conversation while playing it. And you need to be able to play it for a long time and not be thrown off your stride by what your other hand will be playing. Once you've learned this part, you're halfway there. Those 4 notes are all the left hand does for 99% of the piece. And you only need 1 finger to play it. Easy enough so far? Don't worry, it gets harder. The first of the right hand tapping parts goes like this. You start by tapping 3 notes at G4, D4, and G4 again. Then you pluck the open high D, and then tap 3 more notes, G4, D4, A7, and then drag off to play the 2 lowest notes. So it's tap, 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 pluck, tap, 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 drag off, and repeat. Learn this separately first, and then see if you can play it with the left-hand part. Here's how they go together. Notice how suddenly there's a melody there that wasn't in either part by itself. That's kind of the magic of this piece. It's all about how the 2 parts interact, both melodically and rhythmically. The parts are easy by themselves, but learning to play them together will be a challenge. In every case, the first note played by the right hand is on the downbeat, and the first note played by the left hand is on the upbeat. It'll take a lot of practice to master the rhythm, but you can do it. The second of the right-hand tapping parts goes like this. you tap on D4, D5, D4, A7, D4, D5, A7, and then drag off, followed by D4, D5, D4, A7, G4, D4, A7, drag off, and repeat. When you play that with the left hand part, it sounds like this. The third part for the right hand is played further down the neck and only on the first two strings, the two highest strings. That's the E and the high D. There are a lot of pull-offs in this, so you'll hear those two open strings a lot. And some of the pull-offs are fairly quick. Here's how it goes. Okay, here's how that sounds with the left-hand part. Okay, the next part for the right hand requires tapping two notes at once with your index finger. This is done on the two lowest strings, and you start by tapping the 3rd fret 3 times, and then the 5th fret and a pull off, and then the same thing at the 2nd fret. The rhythm is this. That's not all there is to it. While your index finger is doing that, you're going to use your second finger, your ring finger, to pluck the open D string and the open E string. Here's what that sounds like. That's a little bit more complicated, but you can do it. Here's what it sounds like with the left-hand part. The last of the right hand tapping parts involves a combination of strumming, tapping, and plucking. It starts by strumming the low D string, just dragging your finger across it, like that. Next you tap D4, then D5, then A7, then you strum again, D4, D5, and then you pluck that open high D, strum again, D4, D5, A7, then G4, D4, A7, and drag off. So here it is up to speed. Here's what that sounds like with the left-hand part. Okay, now that we've gone over all the tapping parts, let's put them together.